snobs, forget it, that's the idea. What's that? I don't know. Yeah. Yes, okay, Jennifer, we were. Make it fast, that's the stuff. Okay, how's it going? Yes, yeah.
Hi, Mom.
Yes, I did Zabo.
We're a video tape.
Yeah, I guess so. I we gotta talk about what we think. We can all ask. What's that?
Do you get to watch it?
That's a good question.
Sir, Friday special, sir.
That's good.
Yeah, make it a Friday special, sir.
Oh, that's not us, no. That's Grace said we're passing by. Thank you.
Colgate. Come on, Colgate.
Yeah.
Look at that smile. Smile, look at the camera. It's Mr. Colgate, everyone. Stefan. This is our economics class. Don't worry, we're not interested. Just kidding. Hi, Giselle.
Yes, don't forget the brothers. This one's the word you're going to be super. Okay, fine. So, okay, so let's see who we have. That Mark Abbott now is here. Wrong class, volunteer. So thank you very much. Okay, so yes. Yes, okay, here we are. So Nelson Almeida is here, yes, Sonia Schreck, Dina Bassanese is here, Nicole Burst is here, Ellen Capone, Jennifer Peeves, all right. There's the Shreve Previous is here. Yes, okay, so Stephen Ferreira is here, Anita Podolsky is here, Kelly George is here, and now Toby Henderson is right there. Anthony Kennedy is here. Anthony Kennedy, now I'm going to talk about this because this is interesting effort here. Lisa Lavoie is here. Jessica LeBlanc is here. Wes Lewis is here, yes. Who is it? Paulina Leopolis is here. Peter McCallum is here. Giselle McLeod is here. Deborah O'Neill is right. Deborah O'Neill. Ronald Perez is here. Mark Pichette is right there. Joseph St. Germain is here. Eric Van Zee is here. Eric Van Sickle is here. Robert Vargas is there. Dario Ianello is here. Kevin Plum, would you want to make a regular Kevin Plum? Let me work downstairs, would you? Thanks very much. Jennifer Zappo is here now. Kathleen Brudney is here. Jennifer is returning shortly, and finally Rennie Ferrer is here. Well, let's talk now to Anthony Kennedy for a moment because he's doing this. Is it possible to talk at the same time while you're doing that, Anthony Kennedy? What do you think?
Yes, it is.
He is, what is it, videotaping. Videotaping, so he can speak to us now while he's, I hope it won't shake.
It's all right.
So, first of all, any questions now for Anthony Kennedy in terms of this videotaping? Well, I was wondering, why are we doing it? And I think we can. Go ahead, Anthony. What is going on?
I'm doing it for fun.
Doing it for fun. Now, Nicole Birch want to know whether we could all see this after another time. Hand over to Nicole Birch. Nicole Birch, perhaps we did direct a question at whether you're on the videotape with Nicole Birch. This is interesting. We are being immortalized. Nicole Birch, come on. Look, look, Nicole Birch. Ask Anthony Kennedy another question. He's photographing you. There it is. What is she doing? I think she's got a crick in her neck. Poor kid. She's there. No, okay. Nicole Birch. Well, she did want to know. Yes, would it be possible to see them? Do you think Anthony Kennedy?
Oh, why not?
Yes, okay, fine. All right, so why not? He says, so what we should do then, I guess, why don't you, go, that's the idea. Look at this. This is going to be immortalized. Class, my God, what a memento. Here he goes. He's doing a full technique. That's perfect. He's going to go that. Amazing. Must get that for Christmas. Okay, here it comes. Look, there we are. So when we ask a question, Why don't you zoom in on the first page?
No, it's perfect. Yeah, I
What
love
do you
it.
think, Kenny?
Go
So I'll
ahead.
direct the questions, and then, what do you think? It's right up there, and then you can sit back in 25 years' time, crack open a beer, and, there we are. So super. Okay, so you being you just waft around wherever you want to go. There they are. He's doing your very professional. Okay, so there we have it. So, well, anyway, what we probably might do then is what? Let's look at the word first. Okay, yes, test is Monday. Then homework for today. We have workbook pages number 2. Well, that's where we are now, isn't it? Okay, text. We gave you a question, didn't we, on the national decision making, pages 22 and 23, right? Yes, I trust everyone's done it now, of course, because otherwise the point back. And then if we go through that, well, we can have a look at the workbook pressed together. What do you think? Because we have workbook yesterday. Of the idea, I don't think we're going to be reading economics because it's too long. And so I got to forget that. And then we'll just have the simple test on Monday. What do you think? Good idea. Sorry, Nicole Birch. She's up again. Her neck is better. Marvelous. Focus on Nicole Birch. She's down again. Poor kid. This is amazing. I should use it myself when they ask questions. It goes down. Say it again, Nicole Birch.
Everything except for reading economics.
One more time.
Everything except for reading economics.
Yes, we're going to have the chapter 1 and the workbook, okay? But then we won't have it done this time because it's just too long and we can't really get it from Monday. Got the idea? Fine. Well, that's marvelous. Well, perhaps what we can do then, we have our little thought of the day. I don't know. We can talk briefly about that. I think it's interesting. It's Michael Oakeshott. Michael Oakeshott is a British philosopher, and he has written, as we see, that judgment is a habit of looking for an individual intelligence at work in every utterance, and may be acquired just by imitating a teacher who has its habit. I'll read it again, read poorly. I'll read it again. What do you think of Colbert? It goes as follows. Judgment, yes, is a habit of looking for an individual intelligence at work in every utterance, and may be acquired by imitating a teacher who has this habit. Well, how about it? What do you think? Eric Van I believe, is a class philosopher. So what about it? Focus on Eric Van over here. Here he is. He's going to decode the thought of the day. And this is the judge, so you're on for posterity now, Eric Van make it good, because he'll be looking at this 20 years from now and say, God, that guy really had it. Go ahead, Eric Van judgment.
I think what he's trying to say is a lot of people make judgments based on other people's judgments.
May I have your attention for a moment, please?
Focus on the screen, the PA on the wall there, that's the idea.
Here are the announcements for Friday, September the 13th. Please ignore the fact that it's Friday, September the 13th. Special announcement for the PCHS cheerleading team. Practice today at 2:30 in the afternoon at the track. All leaders must attend. Cross-country running for both boys and girls today after school. And boys volleyball and touch football will also be held today after school at 2:30. We'd like to draw the attention to all car owners. There will be a car wash today after school in the parking lot facing the front plaza. The cost is only $3, and proceeds will go to juvenile girls basketball team who are fundraising the money to go to a tournament in Nova
Let me see your
Scotia.
ponytail here. Look at this.
Fashion show news. Students
foot now.
interested in joining the fashion show committee this year are asked to sign up today in room 1149.
Look at the lens.
Those who are interested also in being models are asked to sign up as well in 1149. The grant committee lists have been completed and they are posted down by Mrs. Miller's office. There will be a meeting
from
for the
Sarah's
executive
point of view.
committee only today at senior lunch. And all those students who sign up for the dance committee but fail to attend the first meeting on September
Derek's
10th,
girlfriend.
please see Ms. Patterson sometime today.
Pain in the butt.
And today is the last day for student council nomination form. I have just been informed that all the levels have been represented, that is, candidates, have taken out nomination forms with the exception of grade 9 students. It is unfortunate that the grade 9 students feel that they...
As you were saying, this sort of destroys the whole thing for us very nicely, but let's try to come it back up. What do you think, Judge Finchman? Would you both sit up for us now, because it does create, yes, you understand, don't you? What about now, let's go back to Eric Van de Wee. I think it's an interesting quotation. I think it is it's a habit worthwhile adopting, if one can. What do you think? So Wes Lewis, now listen now to Eric Van de Wee, who's doing it for you.
Well, it seems like, it's a bit of a paradox, because he says judgment is yourself looking for intelligence in every individual utterance, but then he says you can get this by imitating the teacher. Well, that's not real judgment then if you're just mimicking someone else.
Well, that's an interesting point. Yes, there's a number of points I guess you would say. First of all, that judgment is not something we're born with, we have to develop. That's quite true. The question is, how do we go about developing it? There's no classes in judgment, is there? For example, your next period, you don't go for, well, I'm going to take judgment in the next class. This would be very strange. Of course, the problem is, how does one acquire judgment? And this individual says, well, can be no explicit instruction in judgment. You just don't have a class, for example, I'll be taking judgment this period. Or creativity or so forth. You just can't learn it in that way. So he is saying, and I think possibly it's very true, that we learn it by osmosis, we learn it by apprenticeship, and so forth. I think that's what he's saying. How would you suggest then, Eric Van de Wee, judgment should be learned? And I think he's also given the content of judgment, which I think is interesting. In other words, when Anita Podolsky says something, I'm listening at two levels. I'm listening at two levels. Here's Anita Podolsky here. Okay. Here am I. And she says something like this, okay? And I'm of course listening to the words, but I'm also listening to Anita Podolsky's mind at work as she shapes those words. And this is, you understand what I'm saying? So I'm listening at two levels. Always at two levels. I'm looking at the words, but I'm not so much interested in the content. I mean, it's not, the content I think is obvious. In the case of the workbook, rather trivial. But what I'm listening to basically is I have it with me. It's simply listening then to the quality of the mind expressing those words. Is there a sentence? Is it structured? Is it reflective? Is it analytical? Is it well, I would say profound or something? But in other words, is it reflective? And I think you see, Eric Van de Wee, here we are. So what was I trying to say? I was saying something, but I was trying to, the content, yes, of, so yes, my question is, Eric Van de Wee, if you disagree with Michael Oakeshott, say, well, he seems to be, so good, he seems to be contradicting himself. How would you suggest that judgment is possibly learned at all?
Well, you just listen to something or you do something or whatever, then you just ask yourself, what do you think? Your first question should be, what do I think? Not, well, what does he think?
Yes, okay, fair enough, but well, yes, of course, I agree with that, yes. Yes, I think perhaps you're thinking that imitation, he doesn't mean slavish imitation. I think it's a good point. What of course does imitation consist of? Take for example the master apprentice painter, portrait painter. In other words, he doesn't slavishly, does he, imitate and teach, but what he does, he incorporates perhaps style and so forth into his own painting. And I think this is what the analogy is. It's creative imitation rather than slavish imitation, which I think is a good point to make. I think that, no, I would certainly agree with you that nobody should simply just sort of slavishly imitate somebody. But I think at the same time, it's impossible to learn something like this without a degree of imitation. I think almost imitation is a very, I'm sure, Podolsky agrees, is a very strong component in learning of all sorts. Would you accept that? You would, but I think it's an interesting point. So, in other words, when you, I think it's a great habit to develop or to cultivate, is to, we must discuss this now, is to develop that habit, you see. It's automatic with me now. See, when Anita Podolsky says something, or Nicole Bird says something, I'm listening to the words, of course, but I'm looking into Nicole Birch's mind, and making, not making a censorious judgment, saying, oh, no, that's awful, that kind of thing, but just listening to the quality of the thought processes which have gone into making that utterance. Understand what I'm saying? Yes, well, there we are. So, yes, well, anything else on the thought? There we are. So, yes, so in other words, when we study, not so much in economics, because it is rather bare bones, isn't it? But in subjects like literature or history, I think it's much better, you can exercise judgment, a great deal more, perhaps, than you can at least in the early part of economics. Anyway, so there we are. Well, I was thinking about discussing, I don't know, it is I'm just wondering, why is this sort of self-consciousness making? There's Anthony Kelly. Interesting, I think, is the thought for the day. What do you think? What you have right here? There's Nicole Birch. As soon as the camera went down her head, went in a paroxysm of self-consciousness. And I wonder why, what it is. It's strange, isn't it? It's sort of, I guess we're sort of like, well, what is self-consciousness? That is something we can discuss. Jennifer, take it away. What is self-consciousness? I'll give you time, I'll tap that for a bit. Last class now, Eric Harity came around asking the grade 10s who would like to be a class rep. And one of them said, well, do you have to make a speech? And he said, yes, you have to make a speech to all members of your level. And of course, this caused a great deal of concern because most people don't want to make speeches. Why don't they? They get self-conscious. But the idea, so I think perhaps we could just briefly analyze, if we like, I like analyzing these things, what then constitutes self-consciousness. Focus on, she's self-conscious. And I think now Jennifer has thought about this, and now she has come to a definition of what now she's self-conscious, she's experiencing the emotion she is attempting to define. I like that, I'll say it again. She is experiencing the emotion she is in the process of attempting to define. Anyway, so there we go. Jennifer, because you see this here does make self-conscious, and if we think, well, what is self-consciousness? And B, I suppose, next step, of course, I think we'll tackle that. How do we resolve self-consciousness? Well, it's already a great deal. Now, Jennifer, tap dance now. She's going to tell us, A, what self-consciousness is.
It's an insecure feeling.
Obviously, why is it, what is the origin of insecurity?
The origin?
Yes.
Well, it depends on what exactly they're self-conscious about, because if I were to go, see, because I don't like that right here. It makes me feel uncomfortable.
Of course, this is it. This is. I know it does. You see, no. You have to work your way through it. You see, there's a method of doing this. I think it's worthwhile talking about briefly about. But yes, Jennifer, keep on now because. Can you come to some sort of a definition or conception of self-consciousness? I think it's worthwhile doing. I think because all of us at one stage or another have certainly had awful sort of experiences of self-consciousness. And so Jennifer, can you pause? Insecurity, I think certainly is it. Part of it. Can you tell us a bit more about it?
A bit more about it?
Well, I mean, be more probing, be more penetrating, be more analytical, be more perceptive.
That's why I'm still in school for a bit.
Yes.
The only way I can explain it or describe it is by when people feel that they can't do a lot of things. Like when you're able to talk to the class, no problem, because we're younger than you and we're unexperienced.
That is quite true. Teachers, I'm taking a course now, and teachers we're all obliged to explain something to the class. In fact, I'm doing it next Wednesday. And teachers very often are very, very embarrassed and self-conscious to speak to other teachers. To get out and speak to other teachers and be surprised. In other words, it's their peers, their peer level. And for example, there are people doing oral presentations. This is sort of like a trial of fire for many students to get up here. Sure. So what am I saying? I don't know. But what I'm saying is that teachers also feel this way. So. Have we developed anything yet? Not sure. Well, we've had a bit. Not bad. Jennifer Baird. Kelly George, how about you? Could you tell us now the nature of self-consciousness? Because I think this is an excellent opportunity. We can sort of do a bit of psychology. Good idea? Yes. All right, fine. I think I'm aware of what self-consciousness is. But anyway, Kelly George.
The nature of
Yes, if we could put some sort of definition on it. We don't, I know, somebody might want to work, I understand that, but however, go ahead.
well, I don't know.
Well, that's, you should start proud of it, but,
Well, the subconscious, I don't know. It's something where it causes you to act certain ways, but you don't know it, or to say certain things.
well, that's the subconscious. We're talking about self-consciousness. Oh, she's talking about the Kelly George, dear God. We're not talking about Freud. We're just talking about how you feel when Anthony Kennedy is looking at the focus. Look at, he's focusing now on we're trying to define the emotion you're experiencing.
Nothing. It's fine.
You're fine, but you're not self-conscious then.
No,
that's
well,
right.
not about that.
No,
about
but
other things.
other things perhaps. Okay, fine. Well, let's see. I don't know.
Nelson Norman.
Nelson, I mean, would you want to? Are you sure?
Come on. Use some brain power.
Yes. Okay. Well, I think that if we use our little heads up here, I think we can possibly come to some understanding what it involves. Would you do the would you for us? That's it. Would you manage? Thanks very much. Okay. I think what happens is that we become an object in our own lives. In other words, we become the object in the eyes of the other. Ooh. In other words, we have ceased to be the originator of our own sort of, I mean, I'm talking now, I'm focusing on what I say, but when with the machines on, all of a sudden you see yourself from without. You are observed, so to speak, from without, and to some extent you're paralyzed as a result of this. And this is subconsciousness. And when a person makes a speech, for example, they feel all these eyes are on them, you know? And they become an object in their own mind, you see? And they feel the mouth becomes full of cotton wool, and the throat becomes constricted, as I'm trying to say. But the idea becomes something to it. All right, the thing is, this is what happens. In other words, we become an object to ourselves, as seen from the eye of the other. Yes, so the question is, that is what self-conscious is. You become an object in your own eyes. Because you're never an object in your own eyes, because if you're speaking, you see, you are projecting yourself. You are not aware of yourself while speaking. But when you're in a state of self-consciousness, you are aware of yourself while speaking because you are aware of other people looking at you while you are speaking. That's the idea. And you become an object in their eyes. How do you get rid of it? Jennifer Bates, she knows now. Now she knows what self-consciousness is. There's only one way to get rid of it, and that is it's very, very simple. It can be a bit difficult. It requires a bit of willpower, requires a bit of intellect, requires a bit of gumption, yes, but what is it, Jennifer Bates?
By practicing things you feel most insecure about.
Well, you could do that, or you could simply concentrate on what you're saying and ignore it. And that's the only way. See, that's it. You can only, so if you're making a speech, or perhaps later on my oral presentation, what you can do, you never worry about the eyes of the other, but you simply think of what you're saying. And if you think of what you're saying, you just sort of, the self-consciousness falls off like a dead skin. That's the idea? Yes, okay, fine. Yes, indeed. So, in other words, if you always think of how are other people seeing me? How am I viewed? This is, of course, this is the fertile soil, yes, of self-consciousness. So what we've done this morning, it seems to me, I'm sure you agree, is this. We've explained the psychological tensions that Anthony Kennedy has created in the class by using this machine, this sort of impersonal, unblinking machine. You see, there's no getting away from it. You can't distract its attention. I can talk to the machine, but the machine still grinds on impersonally, you understand what I'm saying? And so this, of course, then we realize, my God, we cannot, there we are. What do you think? Yes, it doesn't matter. Put the machine on her now. That's the idea. There she goes. With the quick in the neck. Just joking. There, okay, so what do you think? Have we managed? Yes, I think so. What do you think? Just a little long. Would you agree with it? She says I would. Okay, fine. Well, all right, let's pump it up, shall we? Okay, don't forget now the focus now on those faces. Can you get close-ups of that? Can you zoom right up with it? Or do you have to walk up there?
That's okay, I can zoom.
You can zoom with it. So in other words, then he can go right into your mouth and look at it, you know, filling, so there remains your breakfast in there. And bacon and eggs this morning. Anyway, ooh, gross. Hey, so there we are. Okay, let's push off, shall we? Yes. Page 6, number 2, what do you think? So this is it, then let's turn it over to who do we have? Sharif Deviant, how about you? Focus now on Sharif Deviant, that's the idea. Just right up his nose. All right, let's go now. When you read number 2 for Sharif Deviant, realize at the same time, this is it, you see, you have to concentrate, you have to push your way through the, there we are. Go ahead, Sharif Deviant. Read number 2 for us, would you? And indicate to us, well, read it, go ahead.
We already did it.
We already did
Come on, Jim. Do we already do that? Number 3, Sharif, team, no sweat. Go ahead, number 3.
Classify the following items into 3 categories in the table below.
Okay, so consider we have 3 categories in the field below, and we have all these items. Okay, so Sharif, Deviant, take it away.
Natural resources as trees,
Yeah.
water in the Manicouagan River,
Yeah.
sand on a public beach,
Yes.
iron ore deposit.
Yes, we do. So then we have the natural resources. Thank you, Sharif, Deviant. Let's push off. Now let's go to who do we have? Joseph St. Germain. How about Joseph? What do you have for us? What's that? How come? It was too long. Joseph St. Germain's got to take that X. Top.
Point bank starts on Monday.
Let's say Monday? Okay, in that case, this, Joseph St. Germain. Well, how about Joseph St. Germain? Do it anyway. That's the stuff. You can't get away. Joseph St. Germain. Focus on Joseph St. Germain. Right up close now. Let's, there we go.
Look at my notes.
Well, it's right in Mullen. Joseph St. Germain. Yes, no. Oh, we'll wait. We'll with Joseph St. Germain. It's not in your notes, Joseph St. Germain. Human resources. Human resources, Joseph St. Germain. Come on. Joseph St. Germain, human resources. Focus on Joseph St. Germain. Focus on his sweat.
I'd have to say to be a lawyer.
A lawyer, Joseph. Yes, go ahead.
Bank president.
A bank president. He's doing very well.
Electrician.
Electrician. Yes, indeed, Joseph St. Germain.
Office cleaner.
And did you miss what? Right, the office cleaner, then Joseph St. Germain. Yes, okay, fine. Well, super. How about Kevin Floyd? Let's ask him now because he was doing a wonderful job yesterday. How about Kevin Floyd now? Capital resources.
Cement mixture.
Well, there's no T there. Cement mixture, yes. That's the idea. You put a T in. Why not? Mixture.
Word processing equipment.
Word processing equipment.
Factory building.
Factory building.
Long distance bus.
Long distance bus. Okay, there we have it, Kevin Floyd. Sure. No problem there. Number 4 then, let's see, how about, who do we have? Dino Bassanese. Don't forget that the camera's on you. So perform well, would you read number 4? And let's hear your answer, at least part of it.
That hair.
Capital goods are used to produce goods and services over a period of time. Consumer goods are bought by consumers for their individual use. Decide whether each item listed below is a capital good or consumer good.
Okay, Dino Bassanese, how about you? Whip it around. What would you say then? LRC, what's that stand for? I don't know. LRC train. I don't know. Light, rapid? No, I don't know. Anyway, it is a capital good, Dino Bassanese. So let's whip it around. And what do you think now? Go to Deborah O'Neill. How about you? The taxi. We got the camera. Monsieur, this is 4B. Yes, it is a capital good indeed. Family car, how about Jennifer Quiba? Yes, a consumer good. A TV set at home, how about Nina Podolsky? A consumer good. A TV set in a hotel room, how about we have, let's see, Toby Anderson. Yes, capital good for a hotel set in TV room. Your dad's suit, how about West Lewis? Oh, well, think about it now. West Lewis, why did you do West Lewis? It was too long? So you didn't understand it. You didn't understand it. Okay, West Lewis, what did you understand? The distinction between capital good and a consumer good. You don't understand the capital good. Say it again. You didn't. You don't. Well, why don't you read the top part now, will you, Wes Lewis? Read page 7, the top part.
Capital goods are used to produce goods and services over a period of time.
So there it is. That's the definition of a capital good. What's the problem? Okay, he's got it now. Go back now to your dad's suit, Wes Lewis.
Yeah, but like for beef or taxi.
Say it again.
No, we're talking about ethical.
Yeah, and Wes Lewis is extremely confused here now. I think he's had sort of intellectual meltdown. How about your dad's suit? What do you think it is? F, Wes Lewis. A consumer good, yes, okay, fine. How about, let's see, Rhonda Perez, did your boyfriend do this one? How about your doorman's uniform? Why is it a capital good in Rhonda Perez, the doorman's uniform? He doesn't have to be convincing. But exactly, as part of his job, yes, of course, okay. A farmer's tractor, what about, let's see, it's Sally Shroud. Yes, a farmer's tractor is a consumer. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
How would you defend that, Sally Shroud?
Because he bought it to, do his crop.
Well, yes, but then would you say he sells his crop?
Yeah.
So if he sells his...
It could be both.
It could be both, but I think you say a farmer generally produces for commercial reasons, right?
No.
Look at the camera now, try to extrapolate this, the idea. So a farmer, I'll throw the question back, a farmer usually produces for commercial reasons, am I right? When you say a farmer?
Yes.
Yeah, I would say so. For example, home gardener, I would say yes, but he wouldn't have a tractor, would he? Would you say Sandy tractor? No. So therefore, Sandy tractor, you would say a farmer's tractor would be basically a capital good, yes, there we are. So how about Eric Van Sickle? There's a nice close-up shot of Eric Van Sickle there. Just studying the hairs inside his nose. Okay. What is it now? Your lawn mower or something. Go ahead. A lawn mower is a consumer. Yes, it's a consumer good, Eric Van Sickle. How about David Iannello, Dario rather, Iannello, can you tell us now your office computer? Office computer is a...
Consumer?
Why do you say that, Terry Iannello? Defend it now. Defend why you chose this office computer as a consumer good.
No, it's capital.
It's capital. Why did you change your mind? Focus on Terry Iannello. Why did you change your mind, Terry Iannello? I'll feed the questions in. Focus right on that. That's excellent technique. We're working together now. We've got a system going here. I ask the questions, he focuses. And there Iannello speaks.
I'm not sure.
He's not sure. Could you possibly tell us why you're not sure, Terry Iannello? What is the source of your, confusion?
Well, an office computer is used to, it's for goods and services. I don't know.
Well, an office computer, an office means a place exists for what reason do you think, Terry Iannello, an office? A service of some sort, yes. So therefore, generally speaking, it is a profit-making, I suppose, office or what of some sort. It is an economic service. So therefore, if it's an economic service, Terry Iannello, therefore, an office computer must necessarily be a capital good performing that service. Would you think? Yep. There we are, Terry Iannello. Okay. How about, let's see, do we have Giselle McLeod? How about you? Who is it? A video game in an arcade. What do you think? A video game in an arcade? That's a consumer good. Why would you say that? What is your reasoning behind saying this? Just look at the camera and tell us what your reason is for saying that. A video game in an arcade. Is an arcade a place of business? Is that o'clock?
Yeah.
Is it a place of business? Someone owns the video arcade and they make money off these machines, right? So therefore, this machine is a means to this individual making his money, right? So therefore, it would be a capital goods, yes. We should have said the difference now. Okay, a pool table at home. A pool table at home. How about, let's see, yes, Paulina Leopopoulos. Yes, because it's at home, yes, of course, not used to making money. How about a factory building? We don't know that. Anyway, how about Mark Bichet? A capital, I feel subconscious. It's a capital, this is joking. A capital good, yes. Why is it a capital good, Mark Bichet? Something that's undecided.
No.
Say again.
No, I was.
You weren't undecided, you just sort of had a sort of a frog in your throat. Can you tell us anyway, why is a capital building that, why is a capital building? Why is a factory building a capital good?
Because it's used to produce goods and services.
Because it's used to produce goods and services, right? How about any component that we've got here? A house.
Oh, you get it.
Let's get focused on any component. A house, and you just go down the floor. I think about it today, and you can speak. What do you think? Go to the table. It's a consumer good. Yes. Why is that in component? Yeah, this is great. We got now we just dwell and the film is rolling. And why then is this house a consumer good? Listen to any component. Just feeling it. Hardly stop, but remember what you've got to think of what you're saying. You've got to think of what you're saying. And therefore your subconscious will go away, you see. Just think consumer goods. Look at that. It's really giving you the test.
You're so red.
Yes, it's amazing. And a component, poor. Why is it a consumer good? You've got to think about it and a component. Go right into the machine. Into the machine. Incredible. And the component is you've done it. We've reduced her to a quivering hump.
She's self-conscious.
Well, yes, what do you think?
She's very self-conscious, sir.
Sorry?
Very self-conscious.
Yes, you find. Yes. And yes.
Anthony, I'm going to kill you when we get out of this classroom.
You would say it's used for personal consumption. You say personal consumption in the component. It is used for personal. Therefore, it's a consumer good. Yes, a house, home. A golf ball, for component. How much is that ball? A golf ball. A consumer good for personal use. And finally, we have a golf course. How about the Cold Birch? Go to the Cold Birch, Anthony Kennedy. Didn't hear you again. And why do you say that?
I knew you were going to say that because you wanted to.
I know, aren't I? Well, go ahead, Nicole Burris. Tell us now why you feel that a golf course would be a capital good, realizing, of course, the camera's on you. That's spring slash there. Go ahead, Nicole Burris. Because it is used for a profit, because it is a business used for profit. You've got to think through it, that's it, even though the camera's on you, right? That's the stuff. Okay, marvelous, all right. Well, okay, here comes one. How about let's give it 2, what do you say? Yes. Peter McCall, how's phone to you? It's habit number 5. This is a nice one for you. What did Peter McCall? Would you? Thanks very much, yes.
Just $1,000. You have a list of some things you'd like to have, and also
Okay, so we see the list there. So you got $1,000. How about it then, Peter McCall? What would you choose to buy?
video cassette recorder.
A video cassette recorder, $9.50. These are not cheap. And therefore that's it, right? You have only $50 left. Therefore, you cannot buy anything else, right? So therefore, what you chose. What is the opportunity cost of your choice, and Peter McCall?
Stuff like tapes and
Well, no, you got to listen there. You got to choose. In other words, you got to choose something there that you couldn't buy because you bought the video recorder, that which was sacrificed in order to buy the video recorder. You see it, Peter McCall?
Yeah.
So, what is your opportunity cost? What would you write down? Well, I mean, just for the sake, for the sake of the pretend. Did you want a canoe? Say I wanted a canoe. Okay, write a canoe. I couldn't buy the canoe because I hadn't had the video recorder. Okay, fine. Do you have a question, Nicole Birch? Oh, okay. I thought you had a hand up. So we'll go to you. All right, fine. Well, let's see then. Here we are. Well, how about, let's see then. What? All right. Well, how about Robert Vargas now? Nice position. Would you like to read number 6 now? Realizing that the camera's on you. How about that then, Robert Vargas? Let's go. There we are. Nice. Take it away. That's the stuff.
Tim and Mary invited some friends for a barbecue.
Barbecue, yeah.
They bought hamburger meat, onions, tomatoes, and buns from the supermarket. They collected dead branches and logs to make a fire. They borrowed a mixing bowl, plates, and cooking utensils from Tim's mother. Mary's father gave them $10 to buy the food. They would like They would have liked to buy 3 cases of drinks, but there was only enough money to purchase 1.
Okay, so identify the story, an example of, so yes, going ahead, Rebecca, how about you? A natural resource.
Branches and logs.
Branches and logs is correct, so there we have it. How about, let's see, Deborah O'Neill, a human resource. Would you say a human resource might be? You really have no idea. Would you want to think about it a bit? Realize because the camera's on you. How about Deborah O'Neill? Would you really think about it a bit now? A human resource. One second. Are you defeated on that one? Are you defeated? Peter McCallum, help now. Deborah O'Neill, she's been defeated.
Well, they are.
Well, yeah, I would say there, however, E, you see management, and I would agree with you, but now if you're going to bring in management here, therefore I think you have to back off. Who is it? Tim and Barry?
Look, the father gave him
Preserve
$10.
posterity.
What did
Sorry,
it
you got the green light. Say it now. Now. The green light's flashing.
do? Okay, the
Look at
father
the camera.
gave him $10. What, they didn't have to do anything for the $10. The father just gave it to him. So in other words, it's a free good.
No, free good is something that's no amount of scarcity.
Yeah, but they didn't do anything. The father gave it to him, so it's free.
He's an actor. I can tell that. He loves the camera. Okay. Beautiful. Argue back, Kathy Grudy, so the point, get your point across now. That's the
Free
idea.
good is something that has no amount of scarcity. Money is obviously scarce, so therefore
Yeah, but
it's
they
not
got it for free, so it's... Shut up, Peter, you're not in this.
Loves the camera. Loves it. Okay.
No, sir.
I've gone before.
They didn't do anything, so in other words, the $10 was free for them.
Right, so it's free,
Well,
not free
go
good.
to Stephen
It's a free
Ferrer.
good,
You want to
though.
get here too. Go to Stephen Ferrer. He loves the camera too. Go ahead, Stephen Ferrer. Speak.
Because if it was free, why didn't they get more than just $10?
Say it again. I missed that.
If it was free, why didn't they just get more than $10?
Because that's all their father was willing to give them, so that was the free $10.
There we are. There we are. Well, there we have it. Then. So I think we'd have to say the $10 really is not a free good. A free good refers to something in nature, for which is no scarcity.
Yeah, but then
Now,
the
hang on.
fire, they had to use something to make the fire.
Let me finish there. Right,
So he's just thinking it's free because it has free in it, you know, free good.
I understand. Thank you very much. Folks, the code version. Good point. Yes. In other words, because it's been free for these kids, that means everything is free good. Yes, but it's not free. In other words, money is scarce. Money is scarce.
I
Okay.
know money is scarce, but they got it for free, so in other words...
They got it.
Yeah.
You shut up, Peter.
There you go. Let's have a fight. Okay. All right. Anyway, so if you're feeling Wes Lewis, management, this is the no. Wes Lewis speak to us now. What about
Go
management?
now. It's Friday.
Sam and Mary, Wes Lewis,
But it's only second
management.
period. Here it is.
How about scarcity?
Hope you've all enjoyed
Scarcity, I guess we'd say would be money. Yes, I suppose. Sure.
There's Wildcat.
Choice. We have one
And
or
we're outta
three.
here.
We did it.
Yes, we did.
Finish. Hit. Cut.
Fade out. Fade out.